what do I say? It's like he says, you say, no, it's coming to me. Give me a second. What is this show called again? Oh, there it is. I know it's called. No, it's the Bridging the Gap podcast. It's content creation for DJs. I got my main man, DJ Vega, who DJ'd my wedding.
Damn, I did. That's crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's almost 5 years ago now, which is kind of crazy. But I've known you for a long time. But I know you. But for people that don't know you, who is you?
Who am I?
What you do?
Let's see. I am a black nerd DJ.
Very specific.
/ green thumb, father, all around good guy.
That's what's up. No. So DJ Vega is a very talented, dope DJ. I'd say he's the, besides me, he's the best DJ in Seattle.
I'll take that.
But I think you're the most talented DJ in Seattle, like hands down.
Thank you.
But you've been that for a long time, and I think it's just dope that the rest of the world's finally catching up to the shit. I should say shit, right?
We can say shit.
We be cussing.
It's been, look, I know the whole YouTube monetization thing is like you can't cuss within the first something.
Oh, I'm just gonna add some extra some minutes and stuff. Because the thing is like
fudge it.
No, it's what was I saying?
I DJed your wedding.
DJed my wedding, which was like 5 years ago.
One of the most talented DJs in the whole city.
You're definitely so you're definitely not the most handsome DJ in Seattle. That's my thing.
Working on that.
But you are the I think you're the most talented DJ in Seattle. Anyone that says that you're not is probably lying to themselves. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's true.
Some things I will agree with.
And it's all good, And I think it's dope that the world is finally catching up. On the social media side, on the content creation side, about how amazing you are. And I say that because how many followers do you have on Instagram now? Like 12, 13?
Shit, it's way more than a lot now. I think it's 93K as of today.
That's a lot.
That's hella
people.
That's hella, bro.
How many of these are Indonesian people that are like just random cell phone farms?
How many are just bots?
How many did you buy? No,
honestly, like I've done that before. I've done not buying them, but I've done that before where it was like, let me go ahead and put some like $2 worth of Facebook money up here just to promote it. Yeah. And I've done that like way back.
You've done some ads and some
basic of
stuff,
course. Like why not? Like why not try it and see what happens or whatever. Now it's kind of like I got in front of the right audience, and now it's something totally different. Something I didn't expect at all. Like I'm trying to keep up with it now.
Yeah. So what is it? It's February 2024. You have 93,000 followers on Instagram. It's a social media platform, in case you guys don't know, for photo and video sharing, made by Meta. Yeah. So you have 93,000 on there in February, but how many did you have in February last year?
Oh shit! It was definitely not 93K. I think it was under 10K. I know that much.
Yeah,
I might have been maybe like 7.
7.
Yeah.
So you went from 7 this time last year.
Yeah.
To like 93,000. This time this year.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I have no idea. I honestly, I've been doing the same thing that I've been doing this whole time. Like I've always done videos. I've always done realistically, I've always done stuff that I thought was cool and stuff that I liked. And it finally got in front of the right people. It finally got in front of that audience that likes stuff like that. Like they like the video games, the anime, whatever it is.
Well, so let's hit pause on that. We talked about the fact that you have growth, and we talked about that you're DJing and things, but like the specifics of the type of the content that you make, the types of videos that you make with DJing, with your creativity, right? What kind of videos do you make? What do you focus on? Like, what's your whole thing? Because there's two parts, right? There's people that listen at home that watch the video on YouTube, and there's people that just do audio, right? So we got to give them the full picture.
Okay, yeah. The type of video I do is very it's entertaining. It's a mix of hip hop, it's a mix of music in general, and it's a mix of anime, nerd, nostalgia, stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
Would you say that it's black nerd things?
Yes, only because I'm black.
Yeah, so there's the inherent racism built into that.
There you go. Yeah.
Hashtag blerds. No, I think the fact that you zeroed in on like a lane that you actually enjoy. That's so for me. Like for context, what's up, y'all? It's DJ Prime here. If you're watching this, you probably know who I am. If you're listening to this, you hopefully know who I am. But DJ content creator myself. When you're making something you actually enjoy, that's the only thing that makes it sustainable. That's the only thing that makes it so that you actually. It's not the only thing, but it makes it so much easier. 'Cause you actually
keeps you going.
enjoy what you're making, you know?
Yeah, it keeps you going. Like the motivation of it, it's like, yeah, that I can 100% agree with you on that. Like literally, I've always done stuff and said, this is fun to me. If you guys like it, then that's dope. And now like a lot of people like it, and I'm kind of like, oh, so I've never really felt compelled to be like, I have to put out another video. I thought of an idea. This is cool. I like this. I'm gonna do it, and it works.
Yeah. So for me, you know, because it's all about me. You know, when I have a guest on the show, it's all about how I feel, right? No, but I think about this sometimes because I actually I've made a bunch of videos. I do a lot of things. I enjoy content creation. It's fun, right? But the times where I felt burnt out and I just didn't want to do it anymore, it was when I was trying to make the things that work.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to like, oh, this thing works. Oh, I have to try to make more hits like this. That's when it starts to just feel forced and unnatural, and then it becomes less fun. Yeah. And I think for me, the thing that makes it sustainable for me is the fact that I'm just having fun. And there's stuff that I think is just so funny, you know, in the things that I'm doing. And it's a reflection. Yourself. It's a reflection of your personality, you know. So as I look at your videos and I see, you know, the actual Mega Man, right, or like Street Fighter, or the different anime that you choose, it's like obviously these are things you like, right? Yeah. For that reason, how do you go about choosing the focus or the topic or the property that you're going to make some videos around?
That's a very good question. I like this.
I'm just asking what they want to know. I got some text from people.
I've done.
I didn't.
I've done. Okay. Here's one thing I will say is that like I do pick the videos that I like or the actual like the game, the anime that I like, that I know a lot about, right? But I also take into consideration I have to make it palatable. So it's like it's cool. I could do the super deep cut on, you know, on Inuyasha or something like that. But it's like if you don't know that, if that's not like, you know, widely known, it's kind of like, okay, you're really doing this just for yourself. So okay, let's say I'm gonna go ahead and do a, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho video, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna sit with the intro. I'm not gonna do like the random cut scene. You know what I'm saying? The random side quest song or nothing like that. Like there's no need. So I usually stay in that realm of like, I'll do what I like, but I have to make it palatable. Yeah. Everybody knows this particular song from it, so let me do it this way. And
I think that what you're touching on is one of the things that I think is very important that a lot of DJs don't realize is that the skill set of being a DJ translates into anything else that you're doing. Because what you're talking to me, but what I'm hearing from you is make sure it's palatable, choose the parts that people know. So as a DJ, it's like song selection, right?
Exactly.
It's like choosing the right place to start. Where do you start a song? You know, let's start from the third verse of "Teach Me How to Dougie."
Yeah.
No one knows what they're saying. No one's heard that before. Yeah. But you know, as a DJ, you know what to play to get people to feel something. What's the right verse? Where do you start at? How do you know? Is it just the chorus, right? And you're doing the thing that I think people need to realize is you translate that skill set of curation and song selection into how you make a video work. Because the difference between like, you know, the video that went really popped off, right, got like 1 million views, right? Parappa the Rapper one, right? You know, you selectively chose that because that hits that nostalgia for like how all these people. But then even the song you chose is like intentional. You didn't choose like the boss battle at the end. You chose one that you know that's going to resonate
everybody
with people, right?
Hit. Yeah.
So instead of like doing like you know, like an album cut or like a B-side of like a DMX album that nobody heard. You know, you went with Party Up.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Yeah, it was like, why not? Yeah. And then I put my own spice on it. But then it's crazy because after I put my own spice on it, somebody came along and said, yo, you can make this even better. And I was like, but how? They took it. They literally trimmed the fat on it. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's nuts,
Let's see what happens. I used it, and then it went crazy. And that person was you. Thank you for that, sir.
That was me?
Yeah, you see how like, give you a little build up.
That was a really cool little alley-oop you did over there. That was dope. No, that's the thing, man. Like, you're my man, right? And then, you know, I made a lot. Last year I spent so much time like working on videos and just learning so much. It was just, I wanted to figure out ways to share the information to help people.
Right.
Because it's after you do a bunch. I think last year I made like 155 videos. Unique videos, it's a lot, right?
Yeah.
Over 155 videos, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't.
How do you keep up with that? Like, how do you keep track? How did you figure that?
I just counted because when I export them to a final folder. So I just went and counted how many I made.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah. All right. That's a lot.
But that was because I did that because I was wanting to learn. You know, this for me, it's all about learning. And like as you start to learn these things, for me, it was important to stop hoarding the information. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So but that's the reason why it's like, yo, my man is the most talented person in the city. How do we like? How can I share?
It's still
this?
weird to accept.
It's
I
weird,
like
but
it.
it's the
I like
truth.
it.
You know, I mean, it's
I like
hard, but
it.
it's,
Yeah.
you gotta accept it, guys. It's okay.
I like it. Yeah. Cool.
It's a hard pill for me to swallow too. You know, but I gotta do it.
Right.
But no, but like you had all the pieces, you had all the juice, but it's just like what are the levers you need to pull to remix it to be able to make it like hit the algorithm, you know?
Mhm.
And it's not a science. I mean, it's an art and a science, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like you make these tweaks,
Mhm.
but like for that video, we just just knew that was. It had the sauce already, right? So just like micro things, like helping people get to the meat faster, and all these other changes, and that shit blew up.
That shit went crazy. Like I still get people who will like repost it, and like people who just now found it today, and I'm like I've posted so many videos since then, and they'll keep going back to that, and I'm like, that's beautiful. That's dope.
and the thing about it is, so that when you get one like piece of content that like that as a DJ or as a whatever content creator, right? When it goes to that echelon, it becomes evergreen, as in like it just serves forever. So now people are gonna always find you because like this video that you made that was so popular is gonna bring new people in. Because at the end of the day, it's like social media is right now it's all about discovery. So they want content that's gonna be hitting people and bringing them back in. So that video that you have that's at 1 million, it's gonna keep growing because it's gonna be what pulls people back in to watch more and more stuff. You know,
people are gonna
But also, it's just a dope video, man. It's crazy.
It is. Thank you. Yeah, I've been recognized as the Parappa Guy. Like that's what's funny. Like there's some other videos I've been recognized for too, but yeah, the Parappa. I'm like, hey, you did the Parappa with the Lupe, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I did do that. That's crazy.
DJs have a knack for combining things other people wouldn't make. They wouldn't understand how to connect those dots, right? But you connected Lupe Fiasco Kick Push. You know,
into
Parappa,
Kick Push is all in my
and not even just that, but it just hit. You know? Maybe it was even in key. I don't know. You tell me.
Was it in key? I don't know.
I mean, maybe it was.
I don't know. Maybe
it's all good.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter, right? If it works, right?
Yeah, it does not matter.
But so that's a huge video that you had, right? You've consistently put out more and more videos. You gone deeper into your bag, right? I know the Mega Man video that you made.
That went higher than the Parappa one, but the only reason that did that is because I was wearing a helmet. Like that, wait. Little pause.
Go ahead. I apologize for the pause. No, because this is a little moment. It's like tactical tip.
Yeah.
Props.
Yeah.
If DJing, like
100%.
Content creation, whatever, right? Because it's a DJ content creation podcast. So like tactical tips we can extract is something it's important to kind of share with people. Like props, environment, staging.
What your background looks like. Yeah, I mean that's environment. But yeah, literally like everything. Like once people saw the Parappa video and they were able to kind of go, like I get comments all the time where they're like, "Oh shit, you got the One Piece posters and you got all these Funkos and oh my god, Doom and MF Doom and Dr. Doom." Like it hits so many different places. The funny thing about the Mega Man one is that like the helmet, you can see that in like all my videos. It's like a weird little Easter egg. So it's like it's just sitting on top of my shelf. So like people have seen it before and they're like, "Yo, hey, the Mega Man helmet, bro. Like, is that wearable?" I have been getting comments about that for so long. And then I was literally
I saw that too. I did. Yeah. I mean, I saw that in your shelf. I don't know if it's wearable.
Yeah. So I literally was like, let's see if I can fit this. Because here's the thing. I used to wear it, but that's before I had hair. Like before, all of this, I guess, right? So I literally was like, you know what, let me go ahead and put it on. And the video was one take. I literally put it on. I was like, I already had like a song playing and I was like, cool, let me go ahead and try this. Have some sounds. I just start going along with it. Let me hit record real quick. Hit record. It did that. Everybody was like, "Oh, snaps, the helmet's crazy, blah, blah, blah." The video, yes, cool, dope, it works. That's another nostalgia thing. It makes sense, but people were really stuck on the helmet. They're just like, "Where'd you get it from?" I was like, 6 years ago at Comic-Con.
That's the thing though, right? It's like, we can't, you can. I was going to say we can't control what gets people's attention, but
Yeah.
It's been
an Easter egg forever, so it was already there.
I won't lie. I saw the helmet, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then just you're like, okay, I'm waiting. I was waiting for it's gonna come in. It's gonna come in. And then it's just I don't know. I feel like you're not crazy, but you're very creative.
I think I am crazy
to put these things together, right?
I'm eclectic. I'm obscure. Like crazy.
That was a really cool insult question. I kind of blended together, right?
Yeah, no, it's perfect though because I agree with it. It's just like I'm very obscure. I'm very in my own way of things. Like I'll sit back and I'll look at something, and I know this happens with everybody. I'll see something totally different than somebody else, keep it to myself, act on it accordingly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I crazy, obscure, weird, a nerd. Yeah.
But the thing about crazy is everyone thinks everyone's crazy until it works, you know? Story of my life is like, oh, you're doing too much, or you're really interested in this thing, like what's going on? But it's like everyone's crazy until the thing that you're so interested in or you're really passionate about ends up working, and then everyone's like, oh, let me get on board on that. You know, let's do this together. You know, we got to do this, collaborate. It's all that stuff. But like that's what's interesting about it. But even beyond that, even more is that the only thing, in my opinion, that makes a DJ stand out nowadays is being unique.
Yeah,
is being creative.
Everybody can put two songs together. Yeah. Everybody can, not everybody can scratch, but you know what I mean? Like everybody can do what, as a DJ, you're already a DJ. You can do the natural DJ things. But if you don't stand out, it's like, what's the point? Like your whole 80% of DJing should be to stand out. It should be to, you know, hey, this is me as a DJ. It shouldn't be, I'm a DJ. It should be, this is me as a DJ. And then you grow faster with that.
No, I mean, it makes sense to me. You know, my favorite thing is the ums and the ahs. You know, oh, check this out. Let's check this out.
I was hoping.
Tell me, low key, that was way too loud though.
That was hella loud.
That's gonna hurt someone's ears on the audio. We can cut that out. We can cut that out.
That'd be all right. We're DJs. Our hearing is already gone, so that doesn't affect us like that.
I won't lie. When I first got this, so I'm using a piece of equipment to record this. It's called the Rodecaster Duo, right?
What's the other buttons?
Oh, we don't want to press those. They're so loud, man. I can't control the volume. But when I first was trying it out, I thought it was broken. I was like, "What's wrong with this thing? What's wrong with this thing? I don't understand. I'm only getting audio out of the left side, the left ear." It just doesn't sound right. It's imbalanced. It's broken. And then I realized, oh no, yeah, my hearing's because when I DJ, I DJ like this. I always do one ear off with the monitor up.
So literally one ear is just.
So my right ear is usually exposed, and so over all these years, like I don't know, been DJing 20 years ish now, but clubs, you know, I don't know, 15 something.
You got a monitor right here, blast hella loud.
It's not a good thing. It's a problem. It's actually really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I walk in circles. See, that's good. No, but I thought this thing was broken, but that's the reason why.
That's a little funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because my hearing's. So it's a PSA to anyone that's a young DJ out there.
Earplugs. 100%.
Getting your ears checked. In-ears, those things. I'm not a fan of the in-ears. That's not really for me, but like, I mean, I think we should look into them because.
I thought about it, but I don't know yet. I have some. I have a way in for in-ears, but I don't use headphones that much to begin with. I literally
maybe you don't now.
Yeah, I just started using headphones again, like really good. So we'll see.
Skirt.
Possibly.
Yeah. I love how it got derailed with the to tell a little story about being deaf in my ear now.
It happens.
I know. I'm actually not deaf too. No offense to the deaf community. I love you, all of you. You know.
let me chill.
We don't want to get canceled on the first episode. I feel like that's not the right move. That's not the right move for you, boy. I got stuff I want to do.
Man.
All right, we talked about how being unique as a DJ is it's all about standing out, right? It's about trying to figure out your own path and doing things your own way. But since you found success this past year and since you've had a bunch of growth on your account, how many like clones have you started to see pop up? How many like oh, that works for him, so I'm gonna just copy the exact same thing, and then I'm really into anime now. It's all about the video games.
Look, I'll say this. I did not. No, real. I did not create the. What do you call it? I did not create the nerd thing. I didn't create the being. It's being cool to be a nerd. I didn't create none of that. I'm not the only person who could play video games in the club. I'm not the only person who do anime in the club. I'm not the only person who would do that on video. Like, I'm not that person.
That's a disclaimer.
Yes.
But
yeah. I will say there have been a lot of hidden nerds or a lot of, what I like, I like My Hero Academia too. So I'm going to do this. And it's like, okay, that's tight. Like, me personally, I don't look at it and go, hey, what the fuck? Like, I don't do that, right? But if I do know you, I will say something. I will speak up on it because it's like I see my influence in a lot of different places, a lot of different DJs, and that's not biting. That's
Tell 'em.
not. Yeah, no, it's real. I don't. It's not biting. It's not like, okay, you know, oh, you got that from me. Da 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 da. But I do see it, and I do let it be known. And it's kind of like, you know, you weren't doing videos like that before this. You might have always had the idea. That's fine. I did it first, and then you did it. It's gonna look a certain. You know what? Matter of fact, damn, am I gonna shout him out? Yeah, I'm not gonna. He's a young homie. Like I had to tell him. I was like, hey man, you really want this logo, right? He got a logo that was similar to mine. My logo is very extravagant, right? He did a logo. He went to my same artist and all this kind of stuff, and showed me.
Give me the DJ Vega.
Yeah, yeah. Give me the DJ Vega.
That little line up in the front, little fading back.
He made it very clear that he did not want to do the Vega, right? But he is also a black nerd. So it's like he still wanted to have his style to it, but it was just like, I told him, I said, yo, as soon as you put that up, be careful. You know what's going to happen, especially in Seattle, especially in Washington. People are going to go, hey, that's just like Vegas. And that's what happened. So it's like his logo is dope. Shout out to Janzo. His logo is super dope. It's just now you have to like, you weren't trying to live in my shadow, and now you're going to set yourself living in my shadow because you did that. And he's a dope DJ. He's like dope up and coming younger DJ. He has the drive and everything. But I was just like, better be careful. So again, going back to like other people doing videos and stuff like that with nerd elements to it, be careful. Like if I was ever in the position that some of these guys were in, to be like, oh, I got to live in their shadow, or that sounds messed up, but it's like always compared to them. I would try and stand apart.
I think what's interesting to me about what you're saying is that you're experiencing a digital version of what happened in real life, just with DJing in general. Now that there's like content merged with DJ skills, and people have been DJing just as long as they've been making videos nowadays, sometimes too. In the past, there's nothing wrong with emulating a
not at all.
DJ. Like this is purely DJ stuff, content aside, right? There's nothing wrong with emulating a DJ that you think is dope, is talented, because that's how you decide what's good. That's how you can aspire to develop new skills, and
you find a bass there.
Yeah, and you find the bass, and then everyone, like you play the piano, right? People know how to play Beethoven or whatever, right? People know how to play it, right? You learn the song, right? So in the same ways, like in DJing, if it's a scratching thing, maybe you aspire to learn the way this person does it. Yeah. You got to be careful though, because if you learn to do exactly that, then you're a clone of this person.
Exactly.
But the evolution of it though is like you learn how to do something the way somebody does, and then you grow past it and you expand it, and then you develop your own flavor. So that's part of the process. But because there's video now mixed in with this DJing stuff, and people are emulating not just like a DJ skill, but like the way that somebody presents that skill, we're in an era where you are literally getting clones. You're literally getting clones of the thing that you did that was successful. People are now emulating that with the same visual style, the same aesthetic, the same content. And it's not a bad thing. Yeah. It's just the digital representation of what would happen back in the day in the DJ world, but then you were DJ, Yeah.
And the visual representation of it is what gets is a gift and a curse. It's what gets the pass, because again, you did that shit back in the day for such and such DJ over here in the Bronx to be doing the same thing as such and such DJ over here on the West Coast. Who invented it? Oh, but I did it first. Now that's biting. And it's like, well, I did it this way to the build. It's like nowadays you have so many different people who are like, that worked for him, I have to make it work for me. And they should wait on it. They should marinate in that first before they just try and jump on whatever wave is going on right now. Everybody who do the TikTok videos that point at like the top 10 songs or stuff like that, like there's the first couple people who did it, and now everybody behind them is like, oh, I could do it too.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the trailing trends, right? Yeah. And this is it's not just specific to DJing, but it's a DJ content creation podcast. So in the DJ context, right, there's the top 10 videos, 10 songs that turned 20 years old this year, right? That kind of stuff, right? Yeah. People pioneered that. I know DJ Kizza, that's the guy that pioneered it,
Nico Bliss too,
a lot of those dudes, right? Shout out to Filipino gang. Let's go. So there's a lot of people that pioneered those styles, but then when it becomes popular, that's when you get the trailing clones that kind of copy the
Trailing
thing.
clones is a very good like title for that. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Hashtag trailing clones.
Trailing clones.
No, and that's what it is. It happens like a month later. You pioneer a thing. People copy it, and then they're trailing afterwards. So now that's what's you're in an interesting position, because when you see more people doing the thing that's similar to what you did, now you're in a position where you need to figure out what's the next thing for you to do, right?
Yeah.
How do you stay creative and do things different but still be authentic to yourself? And I'm thinking that's a challenge that you have now.
Yeah, 1000%. Because it's like I'll sit there and again, I'm never like pressed to do a video. I'm never like, oh man, they did this, I have to do this. I will say when I do see somebody like flooding the content or whatever, it does make me kind of go, damn, they're doing a lot. Gotta do my video next. You know what I mean? That's probably the only sort of like pressure I feel. But like when it comes to actually like the style of it and like what I need to do or what I want to do, it turns into, you know, how do I make this better? How do I make this like, you know, I've done stuff like adding the video of the actual sound of the song or, you know, the cartoon clip or something. I could do that. That's easy. But even past that, I'm definitely stuck in that dilemma of like, man, well, they did it exactly how I did it. Now it's like, okay, cool. And the only advantage I have over them, I'm ultra competitive at the end of the day. So that just is what it is. But
it's good though.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm looking at it going, they did exactly what I did. Obviously, I have a lot more attention right now, but they can easily get the same attention I'm getting. They're just not presenting it the right way.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the science or the, you know, whatever I figured out to kind of be like, I'm good right here, but what's next? So you're definitely right. I sit with that a lot.
I got a question though. I got a question though. When you think about what's next for you in terms of how do I get more creative? How do I make more videos that I enjoy? Do you think about how do I go deeper on the DJ side? Do you think of how do I go deeper on the content creation skill side? Because there's this push and pull that happens, I think, in the world of DJing or just in general, but in the world of DJing specifically, it's like people think that they need a better camera, or I need better this, or I need more of that, or I need this more gear, or I need to learn this editing thing, and it can work for some people, no, but it cannot work for others sometimes, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about like how creative are you? How can you express yourself with creativity, right? So for you, how do you feel about that push and pull? Do you think it's about like what topic is next? Do you think it's about just making more videos and getting more creative? Do you think you want to learn new editing skills, or just or go push on quality and stuff? Like, how do you think about like what's next for you from that perspective?
Definitely more editing skills. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know how to do. When it comes to editing, I've figured out most of it by myself to just kind of be like, this looks cool. YouTube University. I'm gonna figure out how to do it, right? Perfect example. Sonic is coming out soon. Well, not soon, but they've just been announcing. Yeah. They've been announcing like all the little things and stuff like that. I was like, all right, perfect. I gotta make a video for that and then sit on it for a couple months, or you know, put it out tomorrow. So I do pay attention to stuff like that. Like I did a Spider-Man video right when Spider-Man 2, the video game, came out. Perfect timing. You know what I mean? Like people kept looking at that. I'm trying to reach IGN and, GameStop or whatever with it. But like, that's kind of how I look at it. As of right now, like when it comes to what side am I more on, it's probably more of like the culture side, the more like nostalgia side, to be like, here, pay attention to this. I don't have to get on there and, bust out 2 click flares every single time. But, it helps.
Yeah.
It's, because it's on both sides of the fence at this point.
You know what's really dope about what you're saying is that's like next level deep content strategy. And content strategy as in like you're intentional with what you're creating, and you have a strategy for a goal you're trying to accomplish. So you're not just you didn't just randomly put some 2 things together. It's like, hey, what's happening in the next couple months? Like, what's the next movie that's coming out? What's the next video game that's going to become a TV show? And like, how can I like take how can I plus up that moment that's going to happen next month on the 15th by creating something that can also add to that conversation or elevate or pull it up,
And use a hashtag that goes with it too. Yeah.
And the cool thing about that is, from a DJ's perspective, you can create more opportunities for yourself to then maybe work with the properties or the company, these things, or it's just topical, So there's so many different ways to think about what you're making, because part of the DJing thing that gets tricky for people is they want to make. There's different types of content creation for DJs, right? I want to get more gigs. And there's like, I want to be creative and create entertaining pieces for people to enjoy around things that I like.
Right.
And they're similar, but they can be different sometimes, you know? And I think what's really cool about what you're calling out is that you understand that there's a lane now to create entertainment around the thing that you're talented in already naturally, that you've earned the skills in, that can take you somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you can do the club. Everybody, we can all do a club. You know, it's good. But what else? But what else can we do with DJing? And that's what I'm interested in. It's like, what else can we do, baby? It's wide open.
I've been lucky enough ever since I started DJing to literally be on some like everything that I've been involved with involves DJ. Like when you know that you're good at something, it's like obviously, yeah, it's a hobby or it can be a hobby or it started as a hobby, but when now you can make money off of that, it's best of both worlds. So it's like even from like beginning of DJing, it was like, okay, you get your random gigs. Oh, DJ at a barbershop, DJ at a barbecue spot, DJ here, DJ bar mitzvahs, whatever.
Irish immigrant.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff, right? Then it turns into, you know, okay, do a wedding. Oh, you're good at a wedding. All right, keep doing that. Then it turns into, hey, I'm, you know, packs maybe. Hey, stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'm DJing, but I'm doing packs. Like I'm doing video game stuff, what I want to do. And it all kind of like what I was saying earlier, as a DJ, when it comes to the videos, I want people to see that, you know, yes, I am a DJ, but I'm DJing around this. It's like, you know, I've tried to stray away from like, I'm not just a DJ, but like everything in my life literally goes to me being a DJ.
That's like one of the reasons why I wanted to start this podcast, the Bridging the Gap podcast, you know, content creation for DJs. One of the reasons I wanted to do it is because in making videos this past year plus and just like learning more and networking, I've just realized that for me, everything is DJing. Because every skill set from DJing translates into creativity and into the rest of your life, as long as you're open to accepting that that's the case, right? We talked about it earlier. It's like you can make a video about a video game property. What song do you use? Where do you start? It's like song selection. It's
What
like
sounds?
knowing, all these different things. Like what you can choose if you want to scratch something. What sample do you use?
Yeah.
How do you choose a thing that fits into the thing? And then also like now, because you're a DJ, how do you put it together, right?
Yeah.
You can in your head structure it in the way that you want to. It's the same as DJing. It's the same as making a mix. All it just translates so well. So this big premise that I have is that everything is DJing.
Yeah.
And then if the broader DJ community, or at least the folks that want to go deeper on being creative, that they start realizing that, they can also realize that the skills that they've earned over doing DJing and being talented over years, it's valuable not just when you're sitting in front of turntables, in front of a crowd in a club, but it's valuable everywhere else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's like once you figure, you nailed it. Like once you figure out how to do this, everything else kind of falls in line. And you can literally look at everything. It's like, this is DJing. Like I put this with this and this with this. On top of this, I made something.
Yeah.
Right?
And we do it. You walk into a room full of people. You don't know who they are, but okay, I'm doing my analysis now as a DJ. Okay, she's a 35-year-old Latina woman. Maybe she wants to hear Bad Bunny. Maybe she's a little bit older. Maybe she wants to hear Rompe.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah. Right. No, real shit though. Like that's exactly how that goes.
Yeah. There's all these skills that you can just literally, you read a room. You get into a room, you can assess things faster.
Knowing how to read a room is a talent. It's a really cool life ability to have, because it's like you can do that anywhere, and then like you start to turn into not John Wick, but like
I mean, that'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah. Like, but like you go in the room and you start looking around and you're like, all right, bet. You know, you go slow motion, you see everything in gray, and you're like, all right. Oh, this person out here didn't put on deodorant today. Oh, this person out here, why are they tapping their foot like that? Like you start to really analyze stuff totally different.
Yeah. You know what? Bad news, man. I got to hit pause.
Go ahead.
Because little girl's about to get dropped off on the bus here. If I'm not outside, they're about to think I'm a bad dad.
I thought you were going to say you had to go to the bathroom, because I have to go to the bathroom.
A little dookie action. That's the epic transition. I'm going to hit pause.